Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Powered by Velocity podcast. I am Lane, and as always, I'm here with Justin, and we
Uh,
are going to be doing some topics like we do and releasing them Monday through Thursday. So, for the first topic, we are going to do the Fox and Marvel deal that happened this week. I've told you a little bit about it, Justin, but I guess I'll go more into
should
it.
recap it because I already forget. So,
Okay, so Fox now got the rights to the X-Men TV series, which they didn't have before, but
animated or live action?
live action.
Okay.
Because when they bought the Fox, like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, they only bought the TV or the movie rights rather.
They gotta start small.
Well, back then,
Make it seem like it's not an ambush or something.
well, back then it was like neither movies or TV shows for superheroes did well. I think the only one that did kind of well, wasn't there a Hulk one with Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah.
I believe there
Uh,
was. All right.
yeah, that was a TV one.
So Marvel and Fox are actually working together, and then that's like the 100% confirmed stuff. But then the non-confirmed stuff that's like rumored is that in return that Marvel gets the Fantastic Four rights back, which Fox denies. But I also doubt Marvel is just like, yeah, we'll give them rights to something for absolutely nothing
Like
whatsoever.
that's why I don't get it. It seems like kind of unbalanced though, doesn't it? So so Fox and Marvel are working together, so they're both getting stuff out of it. But then why would like Fox owe them the rights to the Fantastic Four?
Well,
That it might be like a separate issue just because of how poorly the last movie did.
yeah, I think that's mostly what. Well, that's just what people assume because it's kind of weird if they would just give them the X-Men TV rights for no reason. And it would make sense for them to like the X-Men is like their movies are going strong, so it would make sense that they want to build like a TV universe like Marvel's doing right now with Agents and have it built into the movies, which the movies who knows what the movies are even going to look like afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
And X-Men's kind of the weird one to like relinquish anything on. Like I feel like that's the one you would have like a stranglehold on and be like, no, no, no. We're keeping all of them. You can have these four little misfits over here, but we're keeping all these. Like, there's a lot of X-Men and a lot
yes,
of possibilities. So like the second you let somebody else in that, you might be losing out on a lot of money.
and then people are also, which kind of ties into what we were talking about last week, saying that like you know how the unnamed Marvel movies that we talked about last
Yeah.
week, they think that might be like they announced that like basically the same time the deal was done, but they don't have all the
Oh, so they think it might be like
details.
An X-Men movie or something.
No, a Fantastic Four movie for Marvel because Fox is just keeping all the X-Men stuff. But then
Ballsy move. Let's do it.
they also announced what the X-Men TV shows are going to be. They're doing a Legion one, which is Professor X's son, but it's also going to be tied into the movies. So I don't know if they're going to have James McAvoy like show up on the show. Well, if he's still Professor X after the next
Wait,
Apocalypse movie.
so like a present day Xavier or like a 1970s
Um,
Xavier? Because if it's McAvoy, it's probably gonna be
well, I think I'm pretty
70s.
sure that Patrick Stewart's done being Professor X. I mean, that's not confirmed, but
Like, isn't he pushing like 80 or
yeah,
something?
well, he's gonna die soon,
Yeah.
obviously. But
I would like an 8-year contract. Let's we love you, Patrick, but you might be being a little let's just see let's just see how it pans out.
but what was I gonna say? Legion's like real. Do you know anything about the Legion character?
No,
He's
because
basically it's basically like Professor X and Jean Grey like put together with a lot more gayer powers.
yeah, geek history lesson did they mentioned him? I think they put him on his team or something. So he's like crazy OP.
Yeah, so I don't know why they would make a TV show about that. I guess they're making Supergirl, so who's probably also fucking really overpowered.
I mean, you can make OP stuff. I mean, like Smallville ran for 10 seasons, and like while it was
Didn't
a
people hate that
teen
near the
drama,
end? Or hate
uh,
it in the beginning? They hated it at some point, didn't they?
in the beginning, maybe.
I never watched that. I didn't really watch.
It all depends on what age bracket you hit when you started and what seasons you were watching.
Well, that's true. But
Because I think it got good towards the end because they had like Doomsday on it and they had Brainiac, but then also was it Michael Rosenbaum left as Lex Luthor because I think after the seventh season.
yeah, I listened to that. I listened to when the Kind of Funny interviewed them, or he was on the podcast or whatever.
Rosenbaum?
Yeah, you didn't listen. He was on the Game Over Greggy show.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
It's pretty interesting because they're all fucking huge for mostly Greg's fanboy of Superman,
Yeah.
but
And he's like mad funny too. He's like a little, he's kind of like slightly inappropriate too because like there was one interview where he was like, he was like, "Oh, what's it like work?" They were like, "What's it work like working with Kristen Stewart and Erica Durant?" So he's like, It's fucking awesome. Like I would take either one of them in a heartbeat. And it's like, whoa, like I was asking you some other stuff, but sure, we can take it that road.
But it totally might be set like in the first class or not first class, maybe after Apocalypse, because the other TV show they're doing is Hellfire's Club, which is gonna focus around Emma Frost and what was the bad guy in First Class that Kevin
Oh,
Bacon played? Wasn't it
well,
Shaw? I think it was
he's dead.
Shaw.
Shaw's dead.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like right around that time period, like maybe
Not Ezreal, the teleporter guy.
not Ezreal, the guy that
Oh,
Kevin Bacon played. It's supposed to be like right.
are they gonna get Kevin Bacon? I mean,
He might because I guess
Bacon,
he lost a lot of money doing something. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but
Bacon.
yeah, Bacon invested in some business or
Oh, yeah.
something like
So,
that.
so never got. I thought you were talking about like one of his movie role decisions. I was like, we might be able to get that. I might know something about that. I'm
No,
like,
it was just I
like
was
some startup business venture he was on. I'm not gonna know
no
that.
that he's doing like a bunch of TV shows and stuff, and people just assume that's because he didn't lose all his money obviously, but he lost like a good portion that he didn't really want to lose. I mean,
Yeah.
no one ever wants to lose money, but they think that they might get the girl who played Emma Frost, who I have no idea who that was, but
January Jones.
that would be who it was because I remember that name from my
She's
listen.
currently on Last Man on Earth,
But
though. Even though I think it's like a recurring role or guest role.
yeah, if it's a guest role, then she can do whatever she wants. Really, it's not. That's
Yeah.
why the people don't think that the guy who plays Eddie Thawne in The Flash is gonna be like the bad guy or anything like that. Because there's been some theories that say that like maybe it's Eddie Thawne in an alternate world, but
Well,
I
isn't it confirmed that he's like coming back, but we
he's
just know
he's
what
a
capacity?
yeah he's like a guest role, so he'll probably show up in Earth
Or,
2.
or he's a back half person.
Yeah,
villain.
that's true. But he's like a main character on another show, so everyone's like, well, he can't be the Reverse Flash on the season 2 or whatever they're calling him, Doom or Zoom, Doom. He's Doctor Doom.
Yes.
So
So
they think,
basically, like Roy, if Roy ever comes back,
yeah, he's just a
2,
one
3
off.
episodes.
Yeah. So they think that they might get the two actors from First Class to reprise their role for the Hellfire Club, which I don't know really anything about the Hellfire Club, but it's just like a bunch of old X-Men characters, none of the popular ones.
Isn't there a DC team that's kind of like that? Or I'm thinking like the Hellfire Cats or something.
There,
Or am I actually mixing them up? I thought there was a DC one with like Zatanna or something.
I don't really pay much attention to DC stuff, so I don't know any of the obscure stuff.
I'll try looking it up while we talk. But
But it would be pretty cool. Like, they're gonna make them so the TV show and the movies are like the same universe, which means they'd have to stay in like the 60s or 70s or 80s. I don't know when Apocalypse is going on. When was JFK killed? Was he killed in the 70s? I think that's when
wasn't it 60, like 68?
it might have been. So that's when Days of Future Past happened, and I'm assuming Apocalypse is gonna happen after that. And they usually base it around some sort of historical time period. I don't know what happened in the 70s or 80s though. Wasn't that like the Cold? No, the Cold War was the first movie.
JFK died in 63.
Well, that's
So-
when that was set.
At least I got the decade. Still off by 5 years.
You were
though.
closer than me, so I can't really.
What did you say? Like the 80s?
I said the 70s or 80s. Oh, I knew it wasn't the 80s. I said like the 70s.
Disco killed Jay.
It was just Magneto, obviously. I don't know why they threw that in there. That movie could have Days of Future.
That was an interesting plot thing. I don't know why Magneto's assassinating them.
He was
Why they
saving
didn't-
them. He was a
They
mutant.
didn't say anything about like, oh, JFK was hunting mutants or something.
No,
like,
he said that JFK was a mutant.
Oh, okay. So then why would Magneto want to kill him? Would he want to recruit him?
I think he was trying to save him because somebody else was trying.
Oh,
I think
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I think the shooter shot at him. He was trying to like reflect the bullet
Yeah.
or whatever,
I thought it was him. So
and then he just Professor X'd him like he did in First Class. But I don't know how well a Fox TV show would do without like, because the only popular X-Men is Wolverine, realistically, other than like maybe Jean Grey and Magneto, maybe. Because I don't think people really want to see like Cyclops or fucking anything like that, like a TV show.
no, well, the big storyline that always happens with Jean is the Dark Phoenix saga. So, and only a few things have actually done it justice. So that's probably what they would do with Jean. But Jean, I think it comes as a package deal either with like Scott, because
Probably, aren't they
when
a
they,
couple?
when they did it in one of the animated shows, it was basically like a storyline with Jean, Scott, and Emma, and like it was just a love triangle the whole time, which was kind of boring. But
People
then,
love
like-
trying,
then-
love
then, like,
triangles.
it was there's like a whole like group of people that are like trying to get the Phoenix like force like under their control, and like Emma took control of it. Like she was working with him, and then they were like, "Oh, she'll be the vessel for the Phoenix," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I've never seen Emma Frost do that, but
I'm hoping that the rumor parts of this deal is good and fantastic, or Marvel gets the Fantastic Four back because the Fantastic Four has fucking amazing villains. Like Doctor Doom alone's fucking good, and then the next Avengers could like focus
villains
around
plural.
what?
Villains plural, or are you just
Well,
saying that?
they have Doctor Doom, they have Galactus. Silver Surfer can be considered a villain for like a half a movie or a full movie, and then turn to the good side.
Yeah, but then they'd have the straight comparison to the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie.
I guess, but I mean, eventually
Like,
that's gonna happen again, anyways.
I think you need to let the cookies cool a little bit
Well,
before we like throw out another movie. Because what would you do? Would you have it be like humorous like the first few movies were, or would you do it like
if
more realistic, kind of like the last one did?
if Marvel owned it, they usually go for the humor side of things.
Yeah,
So
almost to a fault.
I don't think they'd go like the first
I love that
Fantastic.
Thor put his hammer on the coat rack. It's so funny. Oh yeah, well that doesn't fix the fucking one-off villain and the fucking where the fuck are they teleporting? Did you watch that movie?
Which one?
The Thor: The Dark World.
I did not.
Oh my God, it was just like they found like some portal, like the Nine Realms, kind of like did that whole thing where it's like Hercules, where the planets align and like it
Uh-huh.
opens a portal and shit. So like all the planets were in alignment, so they were just teleporting all over the fucking place and in different places, and it's just like I don't know what the hell is happening.
I never really liked the Thor movies. Those are like my least favorite movies of all the Avengers. Like I'd rather watch Captain America 1, I feel like, than Thor.
No,
Maybe not Captain America
you'd rather
1,
slow.
but I just never really got into Thor cuz
Well, to me, Thor was always kind of like like even in Ultimate Alliance, he was always like the fucking stoic, really, really boring character.
yeah.
So I will give them credit; they cast him very well, and they made a good, like a respectable movie out of a character that I personally I didn't have much interest in. I know he's one of the Trinity, but
Yeah. It
I
just
mean, so I'm glad they made a good one, but I didn't see it.
but I
I
think
didn't see it panning out well.
I think Marvel wouldn't make it like the first Fantastic Four movie was like straight humor. There was like no at least Marvel when they put humor, it's like it's the movie's not based around it. It's not a comedy movie about fucking superheroes, which they seem to
It's just
do.
it's very quippy,
Yeah, which I mean, it's good to
which
do.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they don't overdo it.
So I mean, I've Marvel. I don't know what movie Marvel is really gonna mess up. They're gonna mess up some movie eventually, you would assume, but I don't know what movie.
Yeah, and I also don't know by how we're defining messed up because I don't see like
Oh,
one
you don't see
absolutely
you don't
tanking.
see a Green Lantern of Marvel movies.
Yeah, like I don't really see that happening. But I see like a few more Ant-Mans which were adequate.
Those did pretty good in box office too, which is,
Yeah,
I
but
mean, they're
that's
always gonna do well until they
that's
start
what name
declining.
recognition alone is gonna.
But I mean, I don't. I think they would be understand. Kevin Feige would understand how to make a good Fantastic Four movie. I would assume,
I would hope.
since he knows how to make a good Ant-Man movie. Because Ant-Man wasn't terrible, but it was good enough for a Marvel movie, which I guess has high standards. But I mean, I guess Iron Man 3 wasn't the best movie either, so it's kind of
No. And then it just went against everything that was established in that thing. I quit, Pepper. Psych, I don't quit. I just wasted a couple million
Did they ever
dollars.
explain that? I don't think they did. Where he just randomly has an Iron Legion again and he's fighting with the Avengers. It just
Yep, did not explain it.
kind of just
He
throws
doesn't
it
have the shrapnel in his heart anymore, though. So, yay.
in. Now we don't
Um,
have to deal with him maybe dying that way. He's just
I
gonna get
think it
blown
was
up.
it was kind of cooler when he had the fucking thing on his chest, though.
Doesn't he still have that on his chest? It's just like a
I can almost guarantee that there's no part in Age of Ultron where well,
I don't remember. Oh no, no maybe not unless it's like under his shirt or something. But they definitely didn't like make it obvious like they did in the Iron Man movies where he like cut out like a circle on his fucking shirt.
yeah, where she put her hand down his fucking thing and or like short circuited him
Yeah, so
and what was the other? Oh yeah, and then he kept changing that out in the second one.
but I could see them making like a good Doctor Doom villain, like get him on like the level that Loki's on if they got a good.
Yeah,
Uh,
Doom was like second Loki.
yeah, so that would be good to have. Everyone thought that Thanos was Galactus at the end of the first Avengers. At least I did. I was like, is that Galactus? Even though that makes
That's
no sense.
well, I done. I'll admit that I didn't. I forgot about Thanos. And I was like, who the fuck is that?
But if you
But
took like a wild guess at it, you probably would have thought like Galactus or something like that.
no, because Galactus is massive. He's bigger than planets, and he has those trademark like they're not devil horns. Like they're almost like elk horns or something. Off to the side and
Yeah,
up,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
slightly pointy.
But
Pointy. And
I bet there was a lot of
he's
people
also
who did think that though.
yeah, maybe.
That like don't know
I
that.
think most people were like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's probably the
it's a fun movie.
majority. Yeah, you're probably right. But I want it. I don't know why Fox would deny it though, because then again, Sony denied that Marvel and Sony made a deal for Spider-Man, so it's just like anything's possible at that point.
Yeah, so
'Cause
it might be a rumor, but well, you said it was confirmed, right?
the Fox getting or Marvel getting Fantastic Four is just a rumor because everyone's
Yeah,
confused.
The TV shows.
Yeah, the TV shows are confirmed because people are just confused why Marvel would just give things to their competitor for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, it's also a different medium though, so we have to be careful when we make the jump. Just because it happens in TV doesn't mean it's gonna
That's true.
translate. Because like the whole agents integration into the movie universe is like, I can't think of another one that happened before that.
Yep. I just don't see how Fox would give or Marvel would give something away for free. I just don't. That's not how business works.
So they're getting overworked and they have plans to take on more people, and they're probably like, we should get some help.
That's possible because they did. I think recently they did like make a new CEO of Marvel or something where they'll like have more free range of what they can do.
Yeah.
So they can like pay their actors more money. I'm gonna throw another part. I wasn't gonna do this as a topic, but do you see that Hulk is gonna be in the new Thor movie Ragnarok?
I did see that.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Which I'm assuming Ragnarok's gonna happen in Asgard for a majority.
Yeah, and then probably
Because they have that Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk versus, I want to say it's Hulk, technically titled Hulk versus Thor, but it's Hulk under the control of Loki.
I could see that
And
happening. Ragnarok.
He's just ripping apart fucking
Asgardians.
yeah.
I could see that happening in this movie because that's the only realistic way to have Hulk fight things. Because I don't know what else can keep up with Hulk other than maybe.
Being mind controlled all the time.
I mean, there's no good way to make a Hulk movie.
Because they took away his like crazy out of control rage part away already.
Yep. Even though he ended up, unless Scarlet Witch is always there to mind control him.
Unless he just comes back to New York City after like being in space for a while and he sees Black Widow like making out with somebody and he's like, no,
Just destroys Harlem again.
yeah.
That'd be so funny. I don't know how they're gonna explain how Hulk gets to fucking Asgard though.
The ship.
Well, they said the ship crashed down in the water.
A random portal. I don't.
Maybe it's just gonna be like Thor's gonna bring Hulk there for no reason, or Loki stole Hulk or something random like that. It's
Or some quip like, "Hey Bruce, I told you I'd give you like Asgardian fish juice like to drink. It's really good, I swear." And then shit just goes wrong. I don't know.
I just
Actually, what it realistically would probably be is probably Loki as Odin would like invite him there somehow, or just get him there.
yeah maybe, or like stole him or took him there on like acting as Odin.
Or the nine realms have fucking converged again, and like portals are just happening.
It's just gonna be cool seeing Hulk either fight people on his own level, which doesn't often happen in Marvel movies because he just
Yeah, I kind of want to see him lose once.
I don't know. It's like that's not really possible unless
Yeah.
I think the closest we got to that was him freaking out on the I don't know what the
the-
name of those ships were.
Helicarrier
Yeah, in the Helicarrier.
falling back down.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't know how you can't. It's kind of like doing a Superman movie. There's no real way to kill off Hulk, so I don't know what you're supposed to do about it.
No, well, Superman. There's one way he dies.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way Hulk can die.
Sure. Maybe.
Pretty sure he's invincible, even though that's usually my
Well, can't you overload him with gamma radiation,
maybe. I
or just get more of those Tony Stark super sound wave things? Even though they kind of don't acknowledge that movie, even though the only way they are is what's his face is going to be the general again.
That's gonna be pretty cool though, seeing him in it, even though he's wicked old.
He was good. Does that mean they're going to bring Betty back? Liv Tyler's Betty?
I don't think they would, just because of the whole Black Widow and Hulk fucking random love story that they threw in.
Hey, you never know. Maybe in the next fucking movie, she's gonna be off with somebody
She
else.
in Civil. Who do you think she's
There's
gonna be
no
with?
fucking explanation.
Who do you think
I
she's
want
gonna
to
be
see her in
with?
a movie. She's not with somebody for once.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Just one time, just have her be like, I don't know.
I'm gonna go on a limb.
No, the next movie they're probably gonna build up the Vision Scarlet relationship, probably,
That's true.
which is gonna be weird.
Oh.
Actually, no, Paul Bettany being Vision's like not really. It's like a more human version of Vision already, so
That's pretty
it might
hard to
be.
do.
Yeah.
All right, so
Hey, I'm sorry about your brother. You want to make my metal lips?
all right,